Alrighty, yo, what's up? This is Daniel with Tran.
Yep.
What's up? This is the second episode of the Jiu Jitsu Lifting Life podcasts. That's our name. We're sticking with it for right now. If you guys have better recommendations for a name, we'll definitely look into it and take into consideration, and we might actually use it. But for now, we're going to be dropping episodes on YouTube. You can just find us by going to jujitsu.lifting.life. That'll probably be our handle on YouTube. Go there. We'll be dropping episodes, hopefully once a week or twice a week, actually. And if not, you can go to Instagram. You can check my Instagram handle is at Mr. Fantastic 10P. I'll be dropping the link in either in my bio, or I'll be putting posts for every episode when we drop. And you can follow Tran too on Instagram at
Tran _man JJ.
Yeah, I might have butchered his last name again. It's Nguyen, Tran Nguyen. I say Nguyen because he has NGUYNED. I don't fucking know. He has too many letters in his name. But anyways,
none of it makes sense.
Yeah, none of it makes sense. Language is different. Language is interesting. So, what's up, Tran? How you doing?
What's going on, guys? What's up?
Man, we had a killer open mat this morning, didn't we?
Oh, it was nice. It was a fire.
Bro, fucking fire. Yo, so
I almost want to feel like it's a comp class. I hope,
dude.
Because everyone just goes at it,
I know. Actually, no. We actually mixed it up today. You and me. We did a few rounds of just wrestling, just warming up. I think from now on, I'm gonna start all my round. I'm gonna start from doing band works and stretching because I'm 29 now, and I know by the time I'm 35, that shit's gonna catch up, bro. I just hit the mat, and as soon as I hit the mat, they took the timer on. You're fucking going, and that's just not good, man. Especially with lifting and stuff, I have to really stretch.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. I was beat today.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck, I should have stretched.
Dude,
I forget sometimes. I just go right at it.
Bro, it's hard when you got people like me calling you out like, bitch, bitch.
But then you got other people rolling too, and you're just like, I just want to get right in there.
I know, bro. They look like they're having so much fun, you know? And like it's a different kind of fun, but you see them and they're like, man, these guys are they're going at it. And you're seeing them and you're like, man, I want to have fun.
I want to join.
Yeah, I want to roll. Let's fucking go. What's up? And it's great, man. Ryan Santiago, he was there. He told me he did 15 rounds today.
Nice.
I was like, dang, he's gonna compete.
Did he borrow your C4?
Yeah, no, man. I think I left my C4 at the crib.
Nah, good for him, man.
Dude, 15 rounds is crazy.
That's
dude.
good. He's an older guy, right? 40?
Yeah, he's older.
Hell
he's gonna compete at Naga.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I told him, off cuff. I was like, bro, if you're gonna compete, man, at least 3 days a week here.
Yeah,
that's it.
Is he a white belt or blue?
He's a blue belt. He's the one that trained at Underdog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he got his blue belt a few years, and then I think he stopped training for a little bit, and then he came trained with us.
Yeah.
And when you start training with us, it's just different, He's just, predominantly no-gi, which is a good segue because we started talking about your history last week, and we just started getting into the touch of your MGA days, which is pretty fucking dope. If you really there's not a lot of guys here that can say that they trained at the famous Marcelo Garcia Academy.
Yeah, I think there's only one person, Eddie, right? One of our buddies, I think.
He's still living out here?
He lives in East Long Meadow, but he works in New York, so.
He's a doctor, right? He's still in the medical field, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
Yo, for real. So, hit him up, bro. Tell him to come on, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He's a purple belt now, right?
He is, yeah.
Yeah,
he's an older guy.
He started jiu-jitsu order too, right?
Yeah.
Bro, that's really fucking dope. I used to think, man, my thought process, right? Oh, age is so important. Oh my God, you got to start jiu-jitsu at 8 years old and blah, 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 and this and that. And lately, I don't know what it is, but I really been thinking, my thought process has really been changing about age. Because yes, it's still a factor. But if you listen to Danaher talk, he says that you don't hit your athletic prime in jiu-jitsu until 37 because it's such an isometric sport. I
think so too, yeah. I think I competed a lot back in the blue days, and I was probably 35. And I felt pretty good.
Right?
Yeah. So you could be right.
I just think that with the level of information and stuff, and if you take care of your body, look at Luis Quinones, right? Yeah, he lost to Damian Anderson at who's number 1, but that dude's 38.
Yeah,
and he looks amazing.
Yeah, he's got more hair than me,
bro. He hit that super duck under, bro.
That was nice.
That shit was fresh. It was fucking fresh. He's 38, bro. He's 38. And I try to tell people, they come, I'm like, you're already defeating yourself when you talk about your age. Because I used to do that. Oh, man, I'm 26. Oh, man, I'm 27. Oh, man, I want my purple belt for 29. bro, you don't understand. Americans, we're fat. And the level of obesity is crazy. And yeah, you may be older, but some of you guys, man, you're in so much better shape than these young cats coming up. And that's a big deal. And I'm not trying to fat shame people or put people down. What I'm trying to say is, it's how you take care of your body, and your body will respond and last longer.
Yeah.
Just because somebody's 10 years younger than you at 20, their body might be in worse condition and shape and might break down faster than your body because of how they take care of it.
Yeah.
And you have to really look and this is going to be a coin into the science of it, and of being healthy, recovery, and training. And yeah, of course, there's black belt world champions at 20. Who cares? Is your journey to beat them? Is your journey predicated on their success and your success compared to them? If it's not, then who fucking cares? That used to be my big thing, man. Oh my God, look at Kanan Dartis, bro. Duartes. 22, 23. He's just only getting better, blah, 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 this and that and that. Bro, who fucking cares? Why should that be a factor if I want to compete at a local fucking Fuji?
Yeah.
Why am I comparing myself to the top of the top?
Right.
I shouldn't.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Awesome. Let him be successful. There's just levels to everything in life. But just because he reached that level doesn't mean I can't try to reach my own level. Or some other people can't. I already tell people that. Like, first of all, for competition, the number one thing is to be in shape. Yeah. You know? Yeah, technique is important. But you know how much technique you lose when you're not in shape? When you get tired? So I already tell people, dude, my first thing I tell people is like, oh, you want to compete? Well, you're already in shape? Yeah, then you should do it. Because then you don't have to worry about having to get in shape. You don't have to worry about losing weight. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. You can spend the whole camp really working on your technique and getting as much rounds, and you will row more. Yeah. So I just think when people come to me now when they talk about age, I'm like, it's kind of redundant. Yeah. I think it's redundant, man. Because like we're going to segue into, you're training at Marcelo Garcia's, but training has evolved. And one of the reasons why you want to go to MGA is because you saw Marcelo, you had him at a seminar, and just talk to us about like a day in life and their training and how they trained.
So they start their very first class at 7 a.m., right? That's like the crack of dawn. Like most people are probably still in bed, and we're just getting started to roll, right? Getting started training. And then at the end of the year, Marcelo, he splits his class. So at the end of the year, it's 50% gi, 50% no gi. So first class at 7 a.m. That typically is gi, and then you get a class at 11. That's gi again, and then no gi at 12, and then there's another drill class at 5, 6, and then the last class is 7. So you could essentially train basically all day long if your body can handle it, But a day in Marcelo's is his warm-ups are just insane, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't even know what am I doing here, because my body's just so tired doing like back-to-back classes. And then sometimes you see Johnny in the corner like 5 p.m. just kind of drilling, doing his thing.
How much does he drill in that time when you were?
He drilled every day, basically.
This is Gianni Grippo for anybody that, we're not on first name basis. Gianni Grippo, when he trained with them. You were there with all those guys, right? Yeah. Munch, Dylan Dennis, Gianni.
Yeah, when I started, the whole crew was there. We get Dylan, Munch.
Did Bernardo come down too?
Bernardo was one of the instructors there.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. So it was an all-star class. And I think that was the first time I got actually starstruck. Because I'm looking on the map, I'm like, holy fuck, that's Dylan Dennis. Like,
yeah.
Holy shit, that's Gianni.
Oh, I can only imagine, man.
These are all the stars that you see, on YouTube or like on Flow Grappling. And then you're training on the same mat with these guys.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and so you hear that emphasis and that saying, drillers make killers.
Yep.
And Gianni was living proof.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, for sure. I think, drillers make killers.
Like, how much did their training? Because, like, I have this, like, I believe that, like, we talked about it a little bit, but you see nowadays, like, these purple belts, man, and these purple belts are fighting for, like, championships and organizations. And even if they're local, they're still championships at purple belt. And they're beating good brown, black belts. And guys training for 4 or 5 years, sometimes even 2 years, man. And they're doing absolute and they're wrecking it. And to me, that can only be a testament to like two things, right? Teaching and your thought process and your like ideology and how you train, right? Mm-hmm. Because like you can teach something and you can train it, but like if you're like, oh yeah, they're showing me submissions, but I'm just gonna wrestle, you know, we have people that we train with that like they learn the technique, right? They're learning they're learning the path, they're learning the flow, but they're only taking certain parts because that's the way they think, that's the way they download it into their body, right? Their brain downloads it, and I just firmly believe that like these people, their teaching is getting so much world class that back in the day they're like, oh yeah, you need to train 10 years at least to get a black belt, and now you're seeing people get their black belt in 6-7 years. And you're like, what is it? Is it no? Because are they not training? Is it just is it publicity and this and that? No, this training has gotten so much better, and the level of jiu-jitsu has just risen that nowadays that you can progress faster. Yeah, and you were a testament. Like you trained locally here, and then you saw how they trained. Yeah, and boom, I bet they just watching their structure, the way they go for things, had to get you better way faster.
Oh, absolutely, man. Boy.
Well, that's just what I want to talk about. Like, you see Gianni over there, and he probably had like a structure to his training, right? It was probably like he wasn't coming every day to be like, I'm gonna do this today. Oh, I'm gonna, Yeah. And I believe that that's how a lot of training should be. Like, you look at like, there's this what you said yesterday is jiu-jitsu is one of the only like sports that you can train with the pros. Mm-hmm. And honestly, it shouldn't really be like that because there should always be separation between up and comers or what is and that. There should always be levels to everything. You know what I mean? Because when you get to a certain level, you're so good. You should train with people that are so good. Yeah. And having that distinction in your sport makes the sport better. Yeah. Because you can't just randomly go to the Y and be playing, with the fucking NBA players. Yeah. No, they have structured camps and organizations and stuff like that. And, and that's kind of where I'm trying to get my training to be. I like structure, I don't like just winging it and just coming today. Like there's some days where you just need to roll. Yeah. But there shouldn't be every day where you just roll. You need to drill.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that people, especially when you train a lot, you learn a lot, right? Mm-hmm. But just because you're learning it doesn't mean you're proficient in doing it. Yeah. And
you got to find like that kind of line in between of drilling and then live rolling too. Because I was a guilt, at one point, I was just drilling, right? And then when it came down to, I think it was my super fight, right? I was just literally just drilling, and that was it.
But you were drilling with some legit ass people.
Yeah, it was. But at the same time, I it kind of showed that I need to also mix in some live rolling too in there.
Absolutely.
As well. So you got to find some kind of balance between drilling and live rolling too. You can't just drill and then that's it, because it shows,
No, it definitely for sure shows like 100%. And you have to positional spar too. So
for sure.
I did the gi for a year, right? And no disrespect to Team Link. It was a great place. I made a lot of cool friends. Some people I still follow. They're cool guys. But coming to 10th Planet, the difference I've seen in the way 10th Planet does things as opposed to Team Link is they have a structure. Every day was a different warm-up. And there was a reason why we did those warm-ups. And one thing that we did at 10th Planet that we never did at Team Link is positional spar. And that's a fucking game changer.
Oh, for sure.
So we were talking off air about these guys that compete, right? And world-class guys, and this is another reason why, there needs to be distinction in our sport, and, the pro athletes in our sport need to take it to the next level, right? And it's about the way they train, not how good they are. It's not about their athletics. It's not about their strength. It's not about all that. It's about the way they train, okay? Mm-hmm. These pro guys, right, they getting their back taken so much that if somebody takes their back, they have no idea what to do. Mm. And that comes down to what? Training. It doesn't come down to technique, because you can have the technique, but if you never apply it, just like you said, yeah, you can drill it, but if you're not doing it in a live situation with somebody that's really trying to choke you when you're tired, exhausted, and anything. You know, your mind's not the right place because you're so fatigued, you're sweaty, you got the pump in your arms, your forearms are going. You need to experience that in the mat. Mm-hmm. And I believe that's why guys are getting better so much faster at a lower belt because they're training like that. You know? Do you know how many climbs that I'm in going back to 10th Planet, that's one of the things they emphasize, having somebody take your back and starting there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of gyms that don't train like that.
That's crazy.
Right? It's crazy that they don't.
Yeah.
But anywhere I went, they didn't train like that. They just go bump hands, boom, just start rolling, which is great. Don't get me wrong. You can still get a lot of world-class guys like that.
Yeah.
But the distinction in like having structure and organization in your training, and putting yourself in uncomfortable positions till you get comfortable makes crazy dividends. You can be better than me at jiu-jitsu, but if you're not better at me than defending the back and taking the back, or defending the back or keeping the back, or finishing from the back, because those are all three different things, guys. If you don't think so, then become a student of the game, right? Yeah. Because there's entries to taking the back, and then there's controlling the back, and then there's having finishing mechanics.
Yeah.
And people be like, oh, don't be so complicated with it. No, there are distinctions, bro, because you can have guys that can take the back, but they have horrible finishing mechanics. And once you start thinking about jiu-jitsu in that sense, you see these guys, bro. Purple belts, bro, fighting for lightweight championships.
Damn, Danny. I can't take your back, man.
Yeah, dude.
I can't finish it.
Yeah, dude, you know what it is, bro? I have that Hodger Gracie. I do that Hodger Gracie training. I go against good guys. I get super fucking tired. And then I let the lower belts take my back.
That's the way you do it, man.
I don't understand this concept that like iron sharpens iron. No, like, yeah, you get better by going against better guys. Don't get me wrong. But if you don't practice your offense on people, how the fuck do you expect your offense to get better?
Oh, that's 100% true, man. Dude, I was getting smashed at Marcelo's. You know, I was a blue belt when I came in there, and I was like, all right, yeah, all right, maybe I can kind of hang a little bit, you know, with the blue belts. No, man. Those white belts and blue belts were just savages. I every day I would leave that gym and be like, what the fuck was I doing? Like,
it's crazy,
you
dude.
know, my jiu-jitsu sucks.
Like, and listen, I'm not knocking guys that have beautiful control and they display their beautiful control when they're rolling, because that's beautiful. You know, I've won matches like that. You know, a guy has great control. He has good top pressure. You know, he's trying to pass the guard. Look at Nicky Rod when he went against Yuri Samos. That body lock passing pressure, beautiful. That I could watch that.
Yeah.
You know, because I know he's not being lazy. I know he's trying. Yeah. You know, but he's a purple belt going against a 2-time ADCC champ.
Yeah.
Do you really think he's going to submit him? Maybe.
Who knows?
But the fact that he can control him and Yuri Samos can't get out, you know, it's like stuff like that. It's like you have to put yourself in the fire. You know? So we're talking about like what my thought process of the evolution of jiu-jitsu was.
I think when I first saw that kind of positional sparring was at Danaher's.
Yeah, so this is what. So you read my mind, right? Because this is what I'm going to get into.
Yeah.
So I had the evolution of what I consider jiu-jitsu, right? And in the middle was EBI.
Yeah.
And in EBI, I have the DDS guys came out. You know, like if EBI made a Hall of Fame, all the DDS guys would be in there, correct?
Yeah.
And I was already positioning sparring here. And then when I went with you to train in New York City, they're doing positional sparring. And then you hear interviews of Danaher talking about how Gary Tonin lets himself get put in crazy situations all the time. Yeah. And everybody's tapping him. And he's getting he takes it to the fucking extreme. But who's tapped him in competition?
Yeah. Very rarely anybody.
Not in the last couple of years, right?
Yeah. And then when you watch him, it's like super exciting.
Absolutely.
You know?
He has no fear.
Yeah.
He says, I'm your mom's favorite grappler. That's his nickname.
Yeah.
But I would call him like Daredevil, like the man with no fear.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll go up to 205 and go scrap with the 205 boys.
He's one of my favorite grapplers.
Bro, for real. Like, he would definitely be my mom's favorite grappler. But he, no fear, dude. None. And then when you hear people talk about him, right?
He's so confident, though. That's why, you know.
Bro, if you're going against Gordon Ryan and he's having trouble tapping you, or Nicky Rod, or Craig Jones, or Taza, or all those fucking killers, and you're constantly and then you're going against the lower belts, and let me tell you guys, that gym isn't like top heavy. You know, like they say, a basketball team has, they got 3 of the best players, but the rest of the team sucks. No. Everybody at Hensel, bro, you roll with anybody. Those are good fucking rolls, dude. Very good. There's good guys. They just don't compete. Yeah. They just have jobs. They have families. They don't care. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he's letting those guys constantly put him in bad positions. And he has the confidence to know that he has the defense to get out of it, which helps your training because you will go for more attacks. Yeah. And in a sport where we want to be more exciting and we want to bring people in, why I would have Gary Tonin on everything. Yeah. Everything, bro. He's one of those guys.
He just goes after it too, just the confidence of these guys aren't just going to put him in a bad position. He's just going to stay there, He's going to get out.
He helped bring up EBI. Like, EBI built his name, but he also helped bring like, when you think about, like, they talk about, like, wrestlers that built up a promotion. Yeah. Well, yeah, the promotion, helped, but he brought it up, bro. Like,
he did. He brought it to a different level.
Who you had to be at a different level to go against him. Yeah. And that's all based off his training and his ideology and the systems that they put in place, which is now so readily available. And that's why guys and women, girls are fucking beasts. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, especially at Hensel's, right?
Bro.
I remember going there, some blonde chick, like literally heel hooked the shit out of me. And she was like 115 pounds.
Well, you know what Danaher says, right?
I forgot what her name was.
Danaher says the highest percentage submission for women to hit on men are heel hooks.
That's true.
And I preached that to one of our girls that we train with now, and now she's heel hooking dudes. Because I was like, he knows more than me.
Yeah.
I have this thing that when I teach fundamental class, I always tell maybe I should stop it. I don't know if it's good or bad, but every time I quote something, I just don't say it and just say it. I always say, well, this is Danaher says that, Yeah. So when I say, oh, heel hooks are the highest percentage submission hit by females. Yeah. I always say that's what Danaher says. Yeah. Because, you'll probably listen to me if I said it, but it's not my words. Right. So I'm very keen on giving credit where credit's due.
That's true.
So really I'm not gonna steal it to make myself sound better. I'm like, no, that's what Danaher says, and then I see her going out there, and I go, man, this motherfucker is so fucking good at jiu-jitsu. He's so fucking good, and you know why? He's a student of the fucking game. Yep. You have to be, bro. You have to be, dude. So, back to talking about like Marcelo and your training out there, dude. I bet they were training different.
Yeah, they were training wicked different. At the time, I think Gordon was just coming up too, and it's kind of funny because I was kind of like, I was just I was just kind of like almost like a nobody basically at the time. And I think I remember watching Gordon, and he was just attacking legs, him and Gary. And during the training at Marcelo, we didn't do any of that.
That's why I think like certain gyms got left. Yeah. Like I can't, bro. I'm just a new purple belt, bro. Yeah. So like, who am I to say anything about how Marcelo's people should train and stuff like that? Yeah. But when you watch like the tapes, bro, like Mateus Denise getting tapped by Kanan Dortez, dude, that's
crazy.
That's 2018 shit.
Yeah.
Maybe 2017.
What do you get him with? Like
you got him what they said a clover leaf, bro. Like
we get put that all the time, man. We know how to escape properly,
dude. Just it is.
It's crazy, right?
It's like, and that's another thing, bro. How many classes I'm just like, yo, just put me in cross ashi. Yeah. And you're just tap, tap, tap. And then maybe I'll get out and then tap, tap, tap. Yep. And it sucks. And I'm fired up. Fuck. Yeah. And I'm mad every time. But you have to put yourself in the fire, man. Even guys that don't even tap me to leg locks. I start around like put me in outside ashi.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to, man.
Because otherwise, when you compete, like you get that, and you get in that position, and then it shouldn't be the first time that you've been in that position.
Okay, so why do you think that would be his first time being in that position? Because I'm not saying that you're speaking for him, but if you see a high level ADCC world champion, bro, didn't get a point scored on him, get put in cross ashi to the clover leaf, and his defense is what, What do you think?
I definitely just the training. I think most of these guys that just train, right, just go there to train and learn maybe a technique here or two, but never put in a bad position. And so that way, when they are in a bad position, it's like, oh shit, what do I do?
And that's where they rely on physical attributes to get them out of bad positions. That's where they try to explode or Hulk out of shit or really test their body. Or sometimes they get their shit popped. And it's like...
And it's something you could have, avoided.
Easily.
You trained properly.
Oh, dude, I love watching Gordon Rowe.
Yeah.
He's just so technical and so calm. Like, it's beautiful. Like, his matrix is so fucking full. And he's like, if you turn this way, I do this. If you do that, do guys get out? Of course. Dude, there's reasons why you should explode. You should explode at certain times, right? There's times where, like I said, you can Hulk out of shit. Yeah. And even if your technique's on point, you still got out. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just, there's no guarantees in jiu-jitsu. Absolutely no guarantees. But when you watch him roll, he limits your options for escapes or for attacks. And he makes it to the bare minimum where that's why he's so confident. Why wouldn't he be?
And Gordon's not even like athletic, right?
I would say like he's
just athletic enough, but not like we've seen athletes are way more athletic.
He's not athletic, bro. He's got like that stiff spine, like, it's like he says he's
not like a Nicky Ryan,
Yeah, that's why he said he wants to go to 250 because his style is more like what I say isometric. Like he's more kind of push pull chill. Like he's not more. He can invert obviously, but the way his style is, more like take mount, top pin, stuff like that, taking the back. Everyone had this stigma that he was just a leg locker, but he finishes most of his matches from the back.
Yeah, I think he barely does leg locks or finishes people in leg locks.
Bro, there's so many times you see him in matches where you're like, he can easily go for a leg. And he's just like, and that level, he is that next level.
He is.
Where guys should rise to that next level.
When he's fucking calling out the submission before he actually goes on, that's wild,
that's
crazy.
That's wild, dude.
Legit, when I was watching him going against Wagner, I thought he was trying to get the back.
Yeah.
Like the whole time he was on Wagner's back trying to get it. I'm like, oh, he's probably just going to try to get a rear naked choke.
And then everyone gave him a hard time because he didn't submit Denise super quick. I'm like, Denise is an ADCC world champ. Like the mount is kind of a hard position to finish submissions with. Like if somebody's, we were talking about this.
Oh, no, he did finish him, didn't he?
Not from the mount, though. He finished him from the legs.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But sometimes it's hard, man, to finish somebody when they're strictly... Because there's no offensive moves that you can do in the mount. You're only trying to escape. So you're just being strictly defensive. And when somebody's clamped up defensive, it's not... And then they can explode at the right time, or they're trying to be difficult, and they have a lot of heart. Yeah. It can be difficult, It's
tough.
So I just wish that guys followed his suit, But I think, the one golden rule in jiu-jitsu is there's no egos. I don't have an ego. Yeah, you
bullshit.
do. Yeah, you fucking have an ego. Because if you didn't have an ego, you would be copying what they do.
Yeah.
But since you have an ego, you want to prove, no, I can do it this way. I can do. How many guys are like, I could beat him. I can beat. That's strict, bro. We're not watching the same thing.
Yeah.
What do you know? Crazy. What do you know, bro? I don't have to be a fucking black belt to see that he's on a different level.
Yeah.
I don't have to be.
I felt that way when I was at Marcel's too. I was like, fuck. Like there was two things. I love Marcel too. Like I've watched him so many times. I try to emulate what he does. So, by any means, I love Marcel's, and I'm glad I was training there. But there were some things I didn't really like. Like we weren't allowed to attack legs, and there was no technique for Kimuras, right? So those two right there, like a big disadvantage.
Bro, the Kimura is such an effective position, such an effective move in jiu-jitsu, not just for offense, but for passing, for taking the back, for control.
Yeah. He used to call it the strong man move.
He doesn't believe in it because you have to be strong.
Yeah. I mean, if you get the Kimura and you crank it, without technique, then you're basically muscling it, right? But there's definitely technique behind the Kimura.
Well, I watch people... And, of course, you have to just go with the gold standard, right? And it's not always just the DDS guys. So I like the parity sometimes in jiu-jitsu where, the DDS guys are amazing, but they also lose. So, because it's good for sport. Competition is good for sport, bro. There's two ways to think about it, right? Gordon Ryan should always fuck everybody up because that's good for sport. What are you talking about, Daniel? Michael Jordan was good for the league. When Michael Jordan was 3P'ing, he was good for the league. All right? The ratings were high. Everybody says they want to watch a hometown team, blah, blah, blah. But every time the small market teams make the finals, the ratings are so much lower. You put Boston or the Lakers in the finals, bro, ratings are crazy because we're a big time market. We are the lineage, you know? So sometimes you need that. You need that one person that's that fucking good. Because I guarantee you, guys are going to get to Gordon Ryan's level. It's just going to take a long time. But when you set that standard, there's people say, I can meet that standard. Or there's kids right now that are 10 years old. They're like, give them 10 more years. Wait till they're 20, bro. You know what I mean? Because you're raising everything up and he's putting his information out there. He's not one of those guys that like, back in the day, they knew technique and they kept it, you know, unless you're my student.
Dude, I was so sad when Danaher released his leg lock DVD.
Bro, have you tried watching that recently?
No, not really.
So outdated, dude.
It's very outdated. Holy shit.
But a lot of people should watch it.
They should, absolutely. If I had to tell somebody, I would use Danaher as more of a basics, right?
Yeah,
everything's so outdated, but it's so efficient too.
I would definitely look into his terminology,
yeah,
and stuff like that, and his language and how he teaches and how he thinks.
Yeah,
like I tell people, like jiu-jitsu to me now. Obviously, I'm just a purple belt, so I still have so much to learn. But sometimes it's the little things that changed me.
Yep.
Little sayings, and I'm like, holy shit, and that changes my whole outlook on my game.
Sorry guys, Daniel's sneezing.
Sorry guys.
Got COVID or something.
Oh no, I'm not vaccinated, and I'm healthier than I've ever been. All these people are like, you got vaccinated. Yeah, listen, guys. Sometimes you have to do things in life that you don't want to. No, we're not going on a vaccination. Right, I'm just fucking with y'all, just trolling. Anyways, back to what we're talking about. About like what we're talking about, like Danaher, right? And the same thing. So
some guys don't even like Danaher. They won't even watch his DVD.
That's pure.
It's ego, right?
No, it could be biased, right? You could be. There's certain guys that I don't watch, you know, and they could probably have good technique, but I'm like,
But if his guys are killing it on the competition, I'd be like,
that's
what are they doing?
So everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody fucking talks, dude. Yeah. Everybody fucking talks in this world. That's what we do. We talk. Yeah. Words lie, actions don't. So when you see people fucking talking, you can listen to anything they say, but I base my judgments off of what your students are doing. And you have the best fucking competition students in the world. Take it how you want it, guys. And this is coming from a 10th Planet guy. Take it how you want it. But their guys win at ADCC. Or Gordon wins at ADCC. The rest of the team will follow. I mean, Gary's got a bronze. And, you know, it's only a matter of time before Nikki wins in ADCC. Like, he's going to definitely win one before he's done. And, you know, who knows what the rest of the guys. But their guys go to ADCC is the point. Yeah. Okay?
I wonder how they'll do now because their team separated, right?
Bro, all I think is that as like we're talking about technique and training, bro. What we were warming up today with, that guillotine boot, that's Craig Jones. I watched that last night.
Nice.
So when I went home right now, I went home last night. I probably watched like 4 hours of jiu-jitsu after training all night and all. You know what I'm saying? And because you have to, and I felt so good hitting that combo, and I was like, dude, this feels really good. Yeah, and that's a good warm up. It's a great warm up. It's a great warm up because I notice a lot now too. When I'm shooting doubles, I leave my head or I leave my arm, and that's just things that you get from live reps. When you're just drilling, you know, but when you're doing live reps,
imagine if you never did that.
When you do it in a match, stupid, and then you get caught, and then people are looking at you like, bro, that's basic day one shit.
Yeah, man.
Bro, it's like that, dude. I don't know what happened, guys. I came back shooting fire, bro. I'm fucking pumped. But a lot of these guys, bro, day one shit, dude. Absolutely day one shit. And they go and promote themselves and they hype themselves up. And it's just like, bro, it's just stop, please. You're not helping the sport. Well, I'm trying to play a heel. Stop. You know, like you don't need that. Just go out there and compete. Well, I want people to watch me. If you're good, they'll watch. Yeah. You know, this isn't the UFC, man. You know, like, yeah, you can do that in the UFC, but that's fighting. That's primal. You're talking shit to me. We'll go out there. We could do jiu-jitsu and barely get physical. And people are like, whoa, there's a contact sport, bro. You watch matches, put me in my guard, and you know, you just stay in my guard all. Yeah. And we've watched matches like that. And there's no physicality right there. Yeah. You know? Yeah. I was talking to Lewis about it today. Lewis is one of our purple belts that trains with us. He was actually our first purple belt in 10th Planet Springfield, and he's an instructor, and he's a fucking beast. A beast, bro. He's a monster.
And he's gotten so good, I think, in the last maybe year or so.
bro, he's fucking
like he was like pretty decent, right? But then he just went up a whole new level recently.
Phenomenal, dude.
From what I watched,
dude, it's like. I'm like, are we doing the same thing? You know,
right?
When you roll people, you're like, are we doing the same thing?
And he's not like he's training from a different school, right? He's going to the same class.
He watches instructionals, bro. He watches instructionals and he drills on his wife at home. So they have a mat downstairs, so he'd be like, babe, can I try this out? And
is that the secret?
Bro, I dude, you got to train as much as you can. And he's just in peak physical condition and shape.
How old is he now?
32, going to be 33.
He's so young.
Hey, he's not telling him that. He's like, oh, you know, some people bring up. I'm like, bro, like I was trying to say about the
age thing, right?
The 20-year-old. Bro, you're so much better shape than these. You could probably compete with these 20-year-olds that are 170, but they're not in your shape, bro. They're not like you.
Yeah.
You know? So why age doesn't matter? Well, they have, dude, I'm telling you, bro. Like, I'm telling you. He's really motivated. He really, like, I don't think he understands how much he motivates me, you know? Because I go, man. So Thursday, we're training, right? And I got like 4 rounds in or 3 rounds in. I don't really remember. You know, I taught the class and I did his class, and I did a crazy chest workout before class. So I was like a little tired, you know, all week of training. And
congratulations on, by the way, you got that 1 pull-up, right?
Yeah. Bro, actually,
that's awesome, dude.
I hit 4.
You got 4? What, today?
Yeah, I can hit 4. Nice. I just only do like one or 2 at a time.
Dude,
bro, wait till I'm doing like 20
so
in a row.
Daniel couldn't even. He told me like as many years I've known Daniel, he told me like last week or a few days ago that he just did a pull-up and he could never do a pull-up before that.
Dude, I grew up so fucking... I try to tell people, bro, I grew up so unathletic and like weak that I couldn't do shit, bro. Like I couldn't do push-ups in high school. Like I would do 3.
Dude, looking at you, I would believe it. But when you're on the mat, it's like, dude, you move around like a 170-pound person.
Bruh, that's
for a person that weighs what, 220.
I'm trying to tell these motherfuckers I'm like fucking Free Willy, bitch. I'm like Shamu in this bitch, bro. No, so and that's another thing. When I roll with Lewis, bro, I can't fucking rely on strength, bro. I gotta rely on movement and speed. So he comes up to me, he's like, yo, D, yo, Dan. Well, nobody calls me. He doesn't call me D, but whatever. I'm gonna just say it. He's like, yo, D, yo,
bitch.
Yeah, no. He's like, you want to roll? I was like, yeah. He said, you want to do 10 minutes? You want to do back-to-back rounds? And I looked at him. I was like, not really, but I'll do it. You know, because like I don't say no. I might not want to roll, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
So we're rolling, bro. He's fucking me up, bro. Ugh. And I'm mouth breathing all over him, bro. But
10 minutes is a long fucking time,
bro. Once we about to hit that 10-minute mark, bro, I was like, bro, do it. Let's do another round.
Yeah.
Because he gets me going, bro. Yeah, and once I realized, bro, after you hit that 10 minutes, bro, you're gonna be tired.
Yeah.
But fuck it. Like, I'm not gonna have a heart attack, you know? Yeah. Like I can push it. I can push it 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
He might tap me easier, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I was like, yo, let's roll it. He had me in something, or I had him. So I was like, yo, roll. Let's keep going. Yeah. And he was like, okay. And he like, we just keep, and we'll just. And if sometimes, like one time we got into a string where like we did like 35 minutes straight. Because he would be like, yo, roll through. And then I'd be like, yo, roll through. Dude. Yeah, we just kept rolling, bro. And I kept like doing like, he was going for Barambolos. I was going for Minaris. But it was like, you know, we're just fucking tired, sweating. But we just started like, it came to a point where like, we're not flow rolling. But we're not, there's no way your competition really rolling. You're still rolling as hard as you can. Yeah. But now you're just going for shit. So I'm just going for guillotines. I'm going for shit. Like, I don't fucking care anymore because at that point, it's like, all right, you already tapped me so many times. Like, I'm fucking dead tired. Yeah. What else do I got to lose? Right. I'm already tired. You know what I mean? I already been tapped. So let's fucking keep going. And we just kept going. We did 17 minutes straight. Just nice. Like, and guys like that, bro, it's like, you don't see your progression because it's very hard in jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is one of those sports where you progress very slow. Like, in the grand scheme of a year, you might progress a lot. But on the mat, when you're training every day, it's a extra pass, or it's your back got taken, but now instead of being taken for 2 minutes, it's for 1.5 minutes, or it might be 1:15, or now you don't even get your back taken anymore. Now you don't even realize it because now you're attacking a leg, and you're like, fuck. Now you're defending legs, and you're like, you look back 6 months and be like, that motherfucker hasn't taken my back in forever, right? You just don't notice it. But that's what good training and good technique and having a good structure and a good school can do for you. And that's what a lot of people like you just got to put yourself there. Dude, did I want to roll 17 straight minutes with Lewis? Not really.
I don't think anybody would.
Nah, bro,
man.
but
just dude, 17 minutes in general, that's just fucking long.
Dude, and I just did like mad rounds with Mike. And Mike's one of our newer, not our newer white belts, but like he's like an on and off white belt, but he's getting ready for competition. And that kid got heart, bro.
Yeah,
that kid got heart, and he got he has more cardio than he has heart, and I think that kid has the most heart in the gym.
Nice,
because that kid, bro, what?
Yeah,
bro, he did back to back. I think he did like 3 rounds with me.
Yeah,
I think one day he did like 20 minutes straight with me, right? And I look over, he did 2 rounds back to back with Morgan, like no break, he just goes, and then he's doing pull ups in between. And I'm like, bro, let's get your technique sharpened up, bro, and your physical attributes are already fucking there. Your mental's already there. Having that dog is already there.
That's a big thing, too. A lot of people don't have that.
That mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a lot of hobbyists that want to compete, and nothing wrong with that.
Can't teach that.
Nah, you run into a hobbyist at a tournament that wants to go against me, and I'm over there fucking about to cry before my match, like getting so like worked up, like I'm like I'll fucking die for this. Like I'll fucking and be yo, this is a joke. I'm like, bro, it's until you've taken matches and super fights and this and that, bro. You don't know what you're willing to, go against. I remember when I had that match, that best 2 out of 3 against that guy that was like 265 that wrestled, the one that fucking double legged me. Yeah. I remember when I got out and I went for the crucifix, bro. I was seeing stars, like everywhere, bro. Like I was like. And I was like, and in my head, I was like, fuck it, just keep going.
Yeah.
Like, just fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, dude, am I going to pass out?
Yeah.
Because that dude was heavy and he was on me he mounted me, everything. And I finally exploded and got on top. And I was just fucking seeing stars. And I was like, bro, I think I'm going to pass out. And I was like, just keep going. And I just kept going.
260, man.
Dude, he's
fucking boy.
I think we're still friends on Facebook. I'm pretty cool with like a lot of people I competed with because ain't no hate. It's just competition. You know what I'm saying? There's no shit. That's the thing. Like, we don't have to shit talk, bro. You know?
Did he take it to the next level and slid in your DMs or what?
No. He doesn't have me on. He doesn't. No. He hasn't. I haven't talked to him. I don't even think I've. After when you're a white belt, you compete against somebody. Oh, let me get your Facebook.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much all it was.
That's what it was.
Yeah. No, I don't think I've had any people I recently competed against hit me up or try to slide in my DM. Nah, those guys from the quintet. That one kid, shout out to what's his name? That fucking nasty one that went 5-0. Not Elijah. Elijah's dope though, but Elijah's cool as fuck. What the fuck's his name? Jesus, Daniel. Am I getting older or what? Who? The brown belt, the one that was like, whoop, whoop. He like wasn't moving, whatever. He just took a super fight. My teammates are gonna be like, dude, you know his name. He's like 20 years old, bro. He's a brown belt at 20, dude. He's nasty. He's the one that heel hooked Morgan.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he gets. I think he's 21 now. I don't know what he be doing up at 2 a.m., but I be drunk sliding his DMs like, yo, we're gonna beat you, bro. He be like, yo, you better be ready, bro. You better be ready because I'm coming for that trophy. And he be like, yo, we here, bro. We just go back and forth, bro. We just go back and forth. And I be like, the fuck is he doing right now? Because I'm drunk as fuck. But we go back and forth talking shit. Like, it's this fun. He be like, yo, when you gonna do that tournament again? I'm like, I don't know, but when we do it, I'm ready for you, bro. Like, we ready for you. Y'all better come squad up.
Dude, that quintet was fucking awesome.
It was, man. It was. And that's centered around the whole topic of like training and stuff and like how, training at 10th Planet, the structure and the way we train and how scientific we train and shit like that. And you guys, yes, scientific. All right. I don't care if you don't think it's scientific. I think it is. We were a 3-year school competing against schools that been around for how long?
Forever.
8 to a decade, maybe more. Yeah. Blues and purples. We had 1 purple. And these guys don't know this, and Lewis will never, ever admit it because he's a fucking savage. But that dude was Michael Jordan flu game sick. He was sick, bro. Like, I saw him the day before. We all fucking rolled, did our thing. And then the next day, bro, sick. He came in like, bro, I didn't sleep at all. My stomach's bothering me, fucking pale, fatigued. And he looked like shit. He was sick. And he was like, bro, he's like, nah. He tried to like cover it up by like having his wife like, rub him up like he's like warming up or whatever. And he's just tired. Like, he's just waking up or whatever. Yeah. But he was fucking sick. Yeah. And I was like, fuck. This is our best guy, And it took to like other people coming in, like, guys he's seen that he competed against and knows, he was getting a little amped because of that, because that's just the scene. But when I saw him afterwards at Red Rose,
Yeah.
he had to leave. He couldn't. We saw him in the parking lot. We're going to Red Rose, and we ended up going to Samuel's. And when I saw him at the parking lot of Red Rose, he's like, "Bro, I got to go home." He looked sick. He was like, "Bro, I don't feel good." And like, shout out to him. He put it on the line.
Yeah.
He put it on the line, but he was sick. And that's how we started off. Like, we started off like that motherfucker sick. Like, fuck. But back to it, bro. A lot of those schools don't train sub only, dude. You know, EBI changed the game, you know, because like it's submission only. And back then you didn't want somebody getting your armbar because your armbar technique wasn't, you know, like it is nowadays, you know? So it evolved the game as far as submission only and defending the back and stuff like that. And you really could tell because when we went out there, bro, we beat a lot of schools. And like, this is not, you know, being cocky or whatever, because, you know, we ended up ultimately losing to SBG and they only had 4 guys.
Yeah. I think everyone was like, dude, they only got 4 guys?
Bro, they fucking came out to fucking play, dude. They came out. They did their thing, man. Shout out to them, but watch your back, bro, because you know what? I'm coming for that belt. I'm coming for that fucking trophy. Nah, I'm just joking. I can't make the quit limit. I'm too fat. Maybe if I get back down. Maybe if I get down to 205, but I don't know. Papa's lazy. But anyways, you saw a lot of the schools, man. They sent out some of their best guys, man. I'm talking about 8-year purple belt shit, you know?
Yeah.
And we did our thing. We had a white belt, like a brand new we had a white belt, not even a year. And
Josh, right?
And we had Andrew, me, Morgan, who was like fucking MVP of that night, and Lewis. And Lewis was fucking sick, dude. And we fucking went through the first round, no problem. Went through the second round, no problem. And we lost. Their man versus our man. That's it. Their man versus our man, you know? If we would have won, we would have won the whole fucking thing, bro. In a school that's only been open for 3 years, dude. I think it was 3 years. Yeah. I think 3 years.
Yeah, it was about 3 years.
Yeah.
For sure.
Bro. And I'm talking about, guys, we had schools from, SPG was from Boston area. We had Manchester. We had Fairfield. We had all these places, bro. We had all these places from around Farmington Valley.
Yep.
So we had all these gyms here, bro. And we showed out. And that's testament to the way we train, how smart we train, our structure of training, and how far the game's evolved. You don't have to be a super high belt to fucking put in work nowadays in the comp scene.
I wonder if any of those teams train like the gi too.
Probably. How do you feel about that?
I think it should be switched around.
Back in the day, man, you
'cause
train the gi.
Yeah.
Train the gi helps your no gi.
I like the gi. I can appreciate it nowadays, but man, they should change it because like I think a typical school trains gi probably 4 maybe 5 times a week, right? And they'll train like no gi just once, like a typical Wednesday. It should be enough. Yeah, I wish it would just switch it the other way around. Like you train strictly no gi, and then maybe just a traditional gi 1 day a week.
I think
what do you think?
Obviously, it's just based on what you want to achieve and what your preference is in jiu-jitsu. Yeah. You know, if you want to be a no-gi athlete, or you just enjoy doing no-gi more, or you were a wrestler, I think you should just do no-gi. You know, if you want to do both, it's just your school should give you the option to do both. You know, it's just as simple as that. That's
tough though. You know, because what happens if your school only trains no-gi once a week, and then you want to train no-gi?
You have to find a school that trains no-gi. You have to cross-train. Yeah. Cross-training is important. It is. You have to cross-train, or you have to find that time to train with people that do specific no-gi, because it just changes your game, dude. It's no longer conducive to think that if I train the gi, I'll get better at no-gi, because we know from the facts that that's a lie.
For sure.
You know?
That's hard, though. If you want to do strictly no-gi, there's not many schools that train strictly no-gi.
I'm blessed to have the opportunity to train under a no-gi school that's strictly no-gi, because I did do a year of the gi, and I think I took the gi off probably twice in a year.
I'm retired.
Yeah, and it changes the game, man. It changes everything, dude. Wearing the gi to not wearing the gi, it's just a different game changer.
It does.
And I have no disrespect for the gi. I like the gi. I have a gi. I'll throw a gi on whenever.
Same.
You know, it is what it is. I just prefer doing no gi. No gi is my passion right now. Maybe in a couple years, when I'm not competing, I'll throw the gi back on because this is, for me, it's a lifestyle. It's going to be my whole life doing jiu-jitsu. But athletic career isn't forever. You know, I may take super fights when I'm 50. I don't know. But right now, I need to maximize my time. And it's different because, like I said, in this sport, yeah, you can train with professionals, but you're not a professional athlete, even if you compete at Sogi. There's people that compete in good tournaments that still have 9 to 5s. It's just the name of the game, bro. We're not big enough of a sport. You know, we're not out there enough.
We're still amateur, right?
Yeah, I would say so. I would say that we are. Until people are making good money competing jiu-jitsu, until people start doing things differently and competing differently and training differently, we're always going to be amateur.
I almost feel like the gi is way more harsher on the body.
Because
you're getting, because
it's like getting rope.
You're getting choked with your own gi, you know, on your neck, and then you got the grips. You're gripping like the gi, and then it fucks with your like your knuckles and stuff like that. Your joints, you know.
I think.
I mean, no gi, it's way more.
I think you can progress faster in no gi than you can in the gi.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, because there's just less techniques that you have to learn than you have to learn in the gi. You know, you don't. There's no spider guard.
Yeah.
So some people do no gi spider guard. They fuck around, but there's no spider guard. There's no lasso. There's no whatever. What's this guy name? Keenan teaches. You know.
The worm guard or something.
Yeah, there's
like
no worm guard, deadly heave, shit like that. You know, that changes a lot of people's games, and you notice it. You don't understand. You don't understand how many people I've trained with that just do gi, and when we roll, it's a leg lock or it's just different, and they're like, I don't know where to grab. You should get used to grabbing. You know.
That's what I love about Marcel's. When I was training at Marcel's, he would always kind of preach to us that don't always grab the gi. You know, can always just grab the wrist.
Wrist will always be there.
Yep. Whether you do the gi or no gi, it doesn't matter because the wrist will always be there. You should
always grab the head. Yeah. Danaher preaches at the head, the spinal alignment, how important that is. You know, it has all our nervous system is on the spine. So, like, when you listen to shit like that, that's why I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense, dude.
That's crazy.
I just think, the gi might be harsher, but it also slows shit down.
It does, yeah.
So, I mean,
a lot of stalling.
A lot of stalling. It's hard, man. It's hard when they're wearing that big ass gi.
Yeah.
But people that complain about it being hot and no gi, put a gi on and train in summer. That'll change your whole fucking mind frame. Because that shit gets hot. That's hot.
Yeah, that'll bring the man out of you. For sure.
Oh my God. Or the woman. Yeah. Shout out to women. We love women.
Right.
Women are way vicious and more savage than men. I'll tell you that. Guys, we be nice. We be nice. But
Facts.
No, I just think that, like, bro, you have to put the science into things nowadays, right? And everything, the science and the reasoning and the logic behind what you do and why you do it. And I will not do gi if I'm training for no gi. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Well, you need to learn. It gives you better control so you can go for submissions. Yeah, but then when you take that gi off and you add that sweat. No, doesn't work, man. It's not a thing.
Change the shit up for sure.
Bro, it's just not a thing. You know what I'm saying? Bro, if I can't get grips on you and I'm so used to having a solid grip because of your gi and you take that away from me, and then you're not letting me heel hook, bro, like, you shouldn't wait to... Dude, if I waited till purple belt to right now to learn leg locks... Oh, man. Bro, it's so
you got a lot of catching up to do, too, you know? You wait that long, it's crazy.
It's so crazy, dude. Like, you should, and there's still a lot of people that are still under the mind frame that, like, you shouldn't use sabutero, you shouldn't do leg locks, bro. You should wait till you're purple. And I'm like, why? What? Why? That's an outdated way of thinking.
Yeah, it is.
Bro,
we train legs, and I think even our like blue belts, right?
Bro, we train at white.
Yeah, white belt. And
bro, I got white belts here hooking people, bro.
That's true.
I got white belts coming for me. I'm like, damn.
And none of us get hurt, right?
No, you know, that's tap what early.
That's a big thing is people think when you do legs, oh my God, you know, you're bound to get hurt a lot faster.
Just as hurt ripping Kimuras.
For sure.
And going for Americanas and going too far with it and fighting out of that than you can from legs. Like, I don't know what the number is.
Like percentage wise?
But I have never seen anybody have a catastrophic, knock on wood, injury in 10 Planet.
Yeah.
Because we don't break our training partners. You know, that's just dumb. That's back to, so the whole topic of this podcast, which has been a really good flow and theme, is like training and how people are getting better. And that's one of the ways. You do not injure your training partners. Yeah. You have respect for everybody that steps on the mat with you. You don't always have to see eye to eye. And there can be tempers and heated moments, which happens all the time, dude. We're doing a contact sport, you know? But if you have a heel hook and you know that person is not knowledgeable or they don't know the danger that they're in, just let it go. Yeah. What's the point? Dude, we're not getting any medals on the mat. You know, having stories is one thing, joking with your friends, blah, blah, blah. But these guys or girls that post videos of them with their training partners and they're like commenting or breaking it down, bro, I think that shit is weak. Yeah. I just don't like it personally because it's in it's training, bro.
A little cringy.
Yeah, like when me and Tran are rolling, yeah, we could talk shit. yeah, we'll talk shit and we'll brag or blah, blah, this and that. We'll fuck around.
Dang,
but I'm never
being so mean now.
Yeah, but I'm never gonna record myself rolling with Tran when I have a moment and post it and be like, let me do a technical breakdown of why I did this. Bro, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut up. Like what? Just dude.
Especially when it's like a lower rank, right?
Bro, you should never show yourself. Crazy. It's very hard in this game nowadays, bro. Everybody has an opinion, but you'll get crucified for your opinion, right? And I try not to have an opinion, but even saying I don't have an opinion sometimes sounds like I have an opinion, right? Yeah. I go, you shouldn't say that. Well, that's your opinion. Yeah, you're fucking right, you know? Personally, me, I would never show myself fucking up a white belt or a lower rank blue belt. Yeah. Or maybe even a mediocre purple belt. Yeah. Because it's training, dude. Yeah. We're training. You know how many times, bro? I get fucked up a lot in training. And I don't sometimes get a lot of subs in training, especially against people. And I watch other people go the same rounds and they might get more subs than me on the same person. And I might struggle. But when I go to competition, I go for it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm a different animal. Because your mentality has to switch, right? Yeah. In competition, I go, we both know what we signed up for. So if you're not going to give me what I want and I have a submission on you, I'm going to break it. And I have to mentally get myself prepared to think like that. Like, because that's not, these fucking gangsters. Oh, yeah, I'll just, bro, I've never popped someone. I popped someone shit in practice by accident. Yeah. Not by a submission. You know, you just rolling, they felt wrong or something like that. And I would never, I feel horrible, bro. You know what I'm saying? But in competition, I have to mentally get myself like, if he doesn't tap, you have to break it. Because if you don't break it, he's going to get out of it, and he's going to do the same to you. Yeah. So you have to break it. So prepare yourself to get in that mind frame that shit might look ugly. But this is what you guys signed up for. Yeah. That's why before every comp, I pray just no injuries. Fuck winning or losing, bro. No injuries. You know? Yeah. I'm in this shit for life, bro. You know, wins or losses are going to happen. Yeah. I don't pray for gold medal. I pray, like, please let me get through this injury free. Yeah. And when you go against your teammate, and you are showing it, bragging about it, you know, that's weak, bro. That's weak-minded to me. That screams attention. Yeah. I just don't believe that you should elevate yourself in your game by putting down your teammates. Yeah. And that's what you're doing. You're making yourself look better, having all these people like it and comment on it, and you're putting down your teammate for having a bad round or not being as good as you.
Imagine that. Imagine that guy that was getting filmed, right? And your teammate posted the video of you getting your ass kicked, and now he's doing like a commentary on it.
I wouldn't even say anything.
This is a little weird.
I wouldn't say anything, but the next time we roll is 80cc finals. Like, oh, that's how you're gonna do me? Okay, all right. Well, you know, I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm not gonna hit them or nothing, but we going. You know, because you shouldn't make your name off your teammates, bro. You should make your name on the field of competition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You guys are my teammates. I love you. We bleed together. We sweat together. We spit together. We cry together. We fucking go through everything together. And you really get to know people when you train with them. Like, fuck all that talking, hoopla, I'm having a bad day, Bob. You really know people when you train with them. Yeah. And I never want to put somebody down to make myself better. You know, that's just weak. Yeah. Well, he did it. Look how he did it. I fucking do it. Bro, shut the fuck up. Well, he lost that Super Fight. I won that. You know what I'm saying? I'm bad. Bro, shut up. Yeah. Just compete. If you want to compete, just compete. But act like you want to be a professional.
Yeah.
Make weight, be on time, follow the rules. If you got to sell tickets, do what you got to do. Promote yourself. Go out there, train for it. Go out there, compete.
Yeah.
And I don't do that fucking excuses shit after fucking losses either, bro. Win or loss, bro. You go out there, you shake hands, you say what you got to say, and that's it. And it's done with.
That's it.
That's it, bro. Like, you
it's crazy that some people don't do that.
What?
They don't really realize that. Good sportsmanship, basically.
Bro, some people don't realize that when they're caught in a submission and they just let themselves get fucking destroyed or, get injured because of it. And that comes to ego, horrible defense, defense mechanic, I don't know how to say it, just defense, horrible defense, and not training smart and not training wise. And if you can tap early to shit and keep training, you can train longer, you can train smarter, and you will get better.
Yeah.
And that's it, I don't understand this whole hoopla shit of people like who fucking fight out of crazy shit and then they get injured from it and then they can't train.
Yeah, and they're gone for like 5 months.
It's just, dude, just tap.
Yeah.
Just tap, man. And then, why don't you positional spar? What did you get tapped in? Well, I keep getting choked. So let people take your back, but I'm going to keep getting choked. That's fine.
Yeah.
What is your objective? To never get your back taken? I promise you somebody will take your back.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just the thought process, dude. This quote I heard was like, hey, do you practice your single leg defense or do you practice your takedown defense? He was like, nah, just my takedowns. They're like, okay. They're like, if you wrestled you, could you take yourself down? And he's like, oh yeah, I can. Yeah, well, there's a million yous out there. Practice your defense.
Yep.
That's my thought process. Yeah, I could do something, but there's going to be better people. And that way, we're not playing a fucking advantage game or poking out of shit. I like poking out of shit, don't get me wrong. But that's not my go-to, Sometimes it feels good to do it, but I want to be technical and calm and be a fucking serial killer on the mat, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to be fucking trying to fucking deadlift somebody or fucking lift somebody up when they have my back in a fucking body triangle and I'm not hand fighting and I'm trying to fuck. Dude, that's dumb, bro.
Some meathead shit.
That's meathead shit. And unfortunately, there's a lot of professionals in the game that do jiu-jitsu like that. And it's just not going to be good. And we can't elevate this game until we start getting our technical proficiency better. That's why I like training with Lewis, bro, because his fucking technique, bro, is fucking disgusting, dude. It's disgusting. He's always ready for A, B, C, this and that. His defense is always good. Like, if you got to catch him, bro, you got to fucking go. Like, you got to be firing, bro. It's human chess, dude. And it took me, I don't know, probably 3 years to understand what that saying meant. It being human chess. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is human chess? Human chess, man. Put my hand right here because I want you. Hey, do, and then boom, I'm fucking baiting you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I think it's cool nowadays that I could watch like the Danaher guys warm up and train, and I'm like, I understand what they're doing and I understand why they're doing it.
Yeah.
Because you just watch enough jiu-jitsu and you just train enough that you can understand. Can I do what they're doing? Probably not yet. But on watching it and understanding it helps the game, helps you progress. That's why I'm thinking about doing grappling industry in September, the week before Naga, if I can get my weight down. And there's a brown belt in my division.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
I want to see where my technique is at. I want to see where everything that I've been training for. I think my cardio is good. I feel like my strength is good. Well, let me see where my technique is at.
Yeah, that'd be a great test.
I think that would be awesome. I was like, I think that would be awesome, bro. Yeah. To see where I'm at.
Especially at your speed too.
If I implement my game, if I play his game, sit guard and neutralize my speed and my athleticism as far as jiu-jitsu on the mat goes, then I'm not gonna have a good game. Yeah. But if I can go out there and play my game and go for wrestling in default legs, I feel like I have a good recipe to show some good shit. And if not, that's all video tape breakdown that I can watch and reflect and get better on. Where's the loss? So many people are afraid to lose. Why? What? Would you rather beat a white belt? Would I rather go against a white belt and beat him easy and not learn anything?
Yeah.
Or would I rather challenge myself and see where I'm really at and where do I stand? And maybe I'm not at that level. And that's fucking fine. Because I don't have to be. It's not like, oh, I should be being brown. I just got my purple. I should be being brown belts. Nah, dude, it's a lifelong journey.
Yeah.
Let's see where his training's at. You know what I'm saying? Let's see where his mind is at. Let's see where, if everything's connected.
That's a good mindset for sure.
It has to be, bro. Because
sandbaggers and shit.
too hard on you. People are too hard on themselves when they train sometimes, or they compete. And that's why we lose people.
Yeah.
You know?
People quit.
Yeah. Because they're like, I didn't know that can happen to you. Well, now that you know, let's train so it won't.
Yeah. People don't get it.
I mean, it's hard to get, bro, when you never lived when you never played contact sports or you never did a combat sport and you're protected by the law and maybe you're mild tempered, you've never been in a fight, you don't have to be in a fight, you got that one buddy, blah blah blah. This now you're fucking cool, you're calm, cool guy. You don't have to fight. You grew up in a nice neighborhood and this and that. They don't understand it, but that shit can happen, and that's real life to certain people, you know. So, point being is, guys, train smart, follow a program and structure when you train, and fucking watch a videotape breakdown, dude. Watch the best guys do watch the best guys compete and try to understand why they're doing what they're doing. Don't just watch it and be like, oh, that was a dope move. Yeah. Why did he do that? Why is he putting his hand there? You know? And that's going to help you progress so much faster in jiu-jitsu. And eventually one day this sport will be more mainstream because we will have more people going out there that are competing, that are going for subs, that have a good mindset. And we'll be able to pay the winner and loser equally without having people worry about their fucking ego and actually holding the sport back because they want to fucking look good for Instagram. Forget all that shit, dude. That's all hogwash, bro. You know?
I agree. Yeah.
It's sad that a lot of black belts don't want to compete because they don't want to lose in front of their students.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
It's true.
So, anyways, I think that's a good way to end the podcast. Wasn't bad. We did. Yeah. So, of course, guys, this episode is going to be dropping soon on YouTube. Go to the Jiu-Jitsu Lifting Life podcast, Jiu-Jitsu Lifting Life on YouTube. Pretty sure you just have to put that in. If you can't find it, go to our IG. We'll probably make an IG just for this podcast. But if not, we'll definitely drop the link in our podcast. You can, again, find me at Mr. Fantastic 10P. And you can find Tran at...
Tran, period. The period man, JJ.
And we'll definitely post up, and we'll probably have the link in our bio, and we'll probably have it in our story. So do me a favor, hit like, leave a comment, hit share. Thank you guys so much, and we're fucking out, right, Tran?
All right.
Peace.